Hello, the channel. Welcome back, everyone. Hope everyone's well, having a good week. Rolling on to another weekend. Game weeks are absolutely flying in. Enjoy it. I think after this one, we've got the international break coming up, so maybe a wee bit quieter, but loads of things happening. New cards out today as well, Eredivisie cards and things, so that's always quite fun as well. So yeah, it's nice to see they're starting to look a wee bit better as well. Now get the old 3D glasses around for now yet. I was going to try and find a pair of 3D glasses, but I can't find any from 20 years ago. So, anyway, have a quick look at midweek and then we'll do some lineup building for the weekend. So, not much happened so far. Obviously, as I keep saying, only had one game last night. Galatasaray, so Icardi doing well. Galatasaray, quite lucky, I think, to get through. Mulder played pretty well. So, not a licensed team, but yeah, they played pretty well and got some nice stuff ongoing there as well for midweek under 23 there. Pro updating what's happening transfers wise, but just in terms of the gallery. Looks like Paulo Bernardo might be signing for Celtic with a loan and option to buy type deal. So seen that and picked up a couple of rares. Guy's only like 21 anyway, so I think that could be a good buy for the future anyway. And if he joins Celtic, that would be absolutely brilliant. So into some lineup building. As I say in the cookery programs and stuff. Here's one I've made earlier. Started looking at these. I was actually quite good to get nice and excited for the game week and things. So looking at Celtic playing away at Rangers wasn't always that excitement there, but there we go. So everybody's aware we've got this ongoing month-long All-Star competition, which is quite a fun one. With it being international break, I think I'll still have some decent teams out in international break as well. Mighty Scotland, 4 wins out of 4. So going quite strong in the All-Star. Always a competition go quite strong in anyway. So Man City at home. These cards are still high percentage cards in terms of bonuses, and the Maestro Messi in there as well. And you see what happens tonight. Messi against Nashville. So as I'm recording this, Messi's still to play, but only played 30 minutes in the last game. And I think, Man City stack at home with Messi, that's surely odds on bang in a high score. You would have thought. Make you look stupid sometimes. All-Star Super Rare. So again, I'll come back to why I'm using Robertson and Allison in here, but quite an impressive result for Liverpool actually, getting that win away at Newcastle. So I think their tails will be up. Not always been brilliant for clean sheets and all that sort of stuff, but Alisson's been playing well. Aston Villa are a good team. Do have a game midweek, but they're hammering Hibs, so they'll probably rotate a wee bit. But you just think that Liverpool should be strong at home, and I was quite impressed with how resolute they were after Virgil got sent off. Riku Puig, slightly unusual not using him in the under 23s, but just thinking that with this focus on the All-Star and everything, that this could be quite useful to attack this competition as well. Furu, away at Ibrox, maybe a tough one, but he has scored there quite a few times. And Branko van de Boomen against Ajax, I'm hoping that position settles down a wee bit. He missed a game recently as well, but pretty strong selection, or a really strong selection. Nice card to have. I've split up the uniques a wee bit, so Matt O'Reilly's coming in here, under 23 super rare. Diouf, the main under 23 super rare goalkeeper I've got. Sugawara has been playing very well on sets with Carlson gone. Matt O'Reilly does pretty well against Rangers. I'm not expecting him to do a big AA or anything at Ibrox, but he does pop up with goals and assists. Koki Saito, one of my favourite cards actually, holding the Yokohama one, and Orkin Kokchu, making him the captain at home. Going to run this, I think, in the Cap 240 unique. So problem this month is I don't think I'm going to be attacking the All-Star long format type format. funnily enough. Just because the international break, like Courtois is injured and things, so I'll not have a team out at that point, and have a lot of obviously Celtic players as well, and we're playing at Ibrox, so decided just to split it up a bit. Actually, just strategy. Runarsson played in the cup, played pretty well, so I'm hoping he comes in now for the Der Alnwick, I think it is. Just signed, and he got a game in the cup and for Cardiff, so hoping he starts. Phil Max, been playing a bit better actually. Still obviously hit or miss, but Eo Tanaka, I'll need to keep an eye on that because there's rumours of him moving. So this is the issue with the window as well. Nico Serrano is the last unique I've got available to play in this. He's been coming from the bench, but Almere City conceded 6 last game, and Jordan Larson's been rotated a bit more. But this is the last Champions League qualifier game tonight. Challenger Europe Super Rare. So you'll see what I've done here. Instead of picking Joe Hart, I've put in Nick Olage. I think Celtic will score at Ibrox. I really do. I think Rangers will come at us, but I think there'll be more space. I think we'll score. I just decided to go with Olage and Rostovsky just because Celtic haven't been that good recently at the back. So again, that's a strategy. Cap 240 Super Rare, going with the Nashville boys. Looks like Zimmerman should be back tonight as well. And then these look at Eater's a sneaky one actually, because he's been playing at centre half, so he's been doing pretty well. Patrick Wimmer, player I like, good chance outperforming his cap. So again, that's the first draft selection. All-Star Rare is an interesting one, so I've gone pretty Liverpool heavy here. So, I could actually go more midfield heavy and go for more of the attackers, but, Alisson and Trent are two of my best cards in terms of rare. So, they would usually be in champion, but I feel like going for this competition because I will have All-Star Rare teams out during the international break as well. I think there's 3 game weeks during the international break, so if you get a good score there, and a couple other good scores, you should have a reasonable chance at leaderboard. Joey Veerman, well, superb player. Playing tonight against Rangers, I'm watching that game as well. With my Celtic top on. On the PSV. I'll see how he gets on tonight. He's not been rotated much recently, so, slight concern in terms of rotation, but we'll see how that goes. And Jonas Hoffman has been absolutely brilliant, and that's a really good home fixture for Bayer Leverkusen. All-Star Rare Pro is a nice topical one as well. So after we do these, I'm going to actually go through and pick some teams too. We'll pick these, but lineup build them. Rodrigo Ray has been excellent. He's a nice high XP player as well. He's actually at the away team here, so he used to be at Gymnasia. Gymnasia are a bit toothless, so hoping that's a good clean sheet chance. Frimpong, home, really good home tie. Tends to be in the front foot at home as well. Attacking, so he could, get a goal or assist there, and could be a pretty good game for him. And I'll go for Szymanski and Tadic. This will need to be reviewed after Fenerbahce play tomorrow night against 20. 5-1 up, so they could just rotate, or they could start and then have their minutes managed. And Messi, so unusual not to actually captain Messi. That might be changing. So to see how Tadic goes, and Karaguchi, or whatever you call them, I don't think are actually that good. So that's the kind of thought process behind going a bit more Fenerbahce heavy and having Szymanski, who's been brilliant, and also putting in there Tadic. So I'm going to build under 23 limited. Again, I've prioritised these other competitions just because we've got the new month long and everything, and that's that could be quite valuable if you get quite high up. So what's happening here? Bart Verbruggen, nice to see him in. He only played 1 game, so I wouldn't say he's nailed as yet, but I think that's significant. Zion Suzuki's moved, so he played pretty well last game as well, so that's nice. It's Sarrois, or Sarwa, I don't know how you actually pronounce that. Pretty good option. Sambo Suarez, an interesting one because the Benfica situation not been resolved yet. Hopefully Trubin will be doing the business and in there soon. So quite an interesting one. This one actually, I think I'm probably going to just be really stubborn and just go with Yevan Diouf. Due a good AA game, playing away from home against Metz, but Metz have just lost Maziz and Mikuatadze to Ajax, so might be a good game for that one. William Saliba has been really good form, though Man United is not the easiest of games. I think here, obvious selection would be big Nico Schlotterbeck. Good home game, and he just more than capable of putting in monster type performances. Celtic wise here, I think I'm going to keep the Celtic guys and limited into the Challenger, to be honest. Just not that confident, so we'll probably win. That's the way it works, right? You think, and then, then you get the result. But I'll be delighted if we do. Chance here, we could play Orkin Kokchu, really strong selection. We've got Man City guys. Phil Foden's been really good recently. Kvaratskhelia, so really nice selection. The only problem with Phil Foden is, just the rotation. But even he came on the last time, he got a sub appearance and he got an assist. So I think we'll go for Orkin Kokchu, and I might put Foden in here actually. Forward wise, Mikkel Kaufmann, I'm hearing he might be moving to Bundesliga 2. Don't know, keep an eye on that. Could go by a wee double one here and just play like Julian Alvarez, and they obviously have used Haaland in the other All-Star. So I go for a sort of cheeky one and go for Alvarez and Phil Foden. It's a home game, so where the hell's Phil Foden? Just type his name in, Mark. That's what today. Captain wise, so Alvarez has been starting a lot of games, so now I've said that, don't be listening, Pep. Orkin Kokchu, well capable of a big score at home. Schlotterbeck, I think he's got the best fixture, so I'm going to go for Nico as El Capitano. I'm going to pick the Challenger because that's quite topical, I think, for the weekend with Celtic and Rangers, so, got to do it. I'm just going to pick a team that's going to be full Celtic here. I could go for other options, but I just, got to have one at least where Celtic get the result to nil. It's going to be, we're going to be we'll always be celebrating, but celebrating even more if we win in Sorare. I think the obvious guy for me to pick for Celtic here, Hatate's injured, so that defender card's not paying off as much. Hugo Sike's a real nice one, but he doesn't play for Celtic. Wish he did, actually, he's good. Alistair Johnson, so back, got some minutes, tends to perform well against Rangers, so, going to put him in there. I don't think many people will be stacking Celtic this weekend, so it might actually be a reasonable differential as well. Matt O'Reilly, a big 16.5% card. So you see here, these are like 1 out of 1,000 cards and stuff, so that's why they're so high on the XP. Got to go with Furuhashi. I think he scored, nobody from Celtic scored at Ibrox the last time because it was 3-0 to Rangers. Don't mention that. And then, do we run a differential or do we run Celtic? I actually think, tactics-wise, I think Celtic will get some space here because Rangers will come at Celtic and, could be a bit of a counter-attack. So I think I'll go Abada. In terms of who's going to do well here, it's an interesting one. I think I'm going to favour somebody who's going to be attacking a bit more. So that leads me into O'Reilly, who couldn't score in a barrel of, I'm not going to say it, fannies in the last game. So we're between Furuhashi and Abada. Furu's a big game player and he doesn't go many games without scoring, so we'll go for Furu. Nice. So it's good to get a Celtic team in. Right. So I'll go back and pick the limited lineups, but I want to focus a wee bit on Rare now, just because I'm kind of excited for the weekend. So under 23 Rare Pro focus is quite good. Picking these really early as well. So the good thing is you get time to update the drafts, and if people have points, they want to discuss it, want to put a reply in the channel, slag off my selections, let me know that I've made some obvious errors, or just ask for advice or whatever, then wire in. So under 23 Rare Pro, Lawal's one of the main goalkeepers we've got just now. He's been doing well. It's really brilliant to have Zian Suzuki as an option in here as well. Could go for Yaivan Diouf again actually. So in the Pro I may well do that. He's up at 11.5% just now, which is good. So it's a kind of nice strategy there. Now defence wise, I've now got Sitalo, who can't play for Ajax tomorrow, but can play at the weekend. Check that. So I think that's going to be a good selection. Oh, I've got Schlotterbeck as well. We have some options. Right, so we agreed Schlotterbeck is a good choice. So we need to start looking at some super rares here because we're in the Pro as well. Ferdi Cadiogo's injured, I think, just now. It's a shame. Adson's just moved to non. That's an interesting one. Christian Medina, always been good. You'll see still some good quality selections here, but because I've used Puig further up and things, Kokchu and Puig would normally be first type selections in here. See, I've listed David Turnbull. If Flow State's watching, yeah, I would buy him actually. Yeah, I definitely would. If I were you, Flow State, I would just press buy. Not change my mind or anything. Just if you want to buy him, that's fine. Gotta go for Nicholas Madsen. I think he did an own goal in the last game, so he's not in brilliant SO5 form, but I'm going to back him for the 23 Rare Pro. I'm just going to back him. One of the reasons why I bought him was to have him as that option if I'm using guys elsewhere. Then we're getting into some interesting selections here. So forward wise, obviously great choice here. Koita's back in the mix. Doku is, you don't know where he's going to start. Koki Saito has been brilliant. Sherky against PSG. I mean, Guidi's been playing well too. Rodrigo was pretty good chance with Vinicius been out. Usually we hope he'll be part of the goals or amongst the goals. Shane Musiala's injured. Kulusevski's been playing really well, I think, under Ange at Tottenham as well. Gonzalo Ramos doing usual average since I've owned them, by the looks of it. Anyway, so it's nice having choice, but sometimes it can boggle your brain as well. Guidi's been playing well. I'm going to use him at 11% card there as well, so that's maxed out plus the wee bonus that you get through the add-ons these days. And then do we have another super rare that we're confident in? Boca against Tigres, quite a good fixture actually. Gomez against River obviously best team in Argentina, you would say. Thing we'll do is slot in here Christian Medina. I mean, Alan Varela's left. He'll be in the mix guy soon, but he's not started for Porto yet. So keeping an eye on what's happening there. But Medina, he's got a good average as well, which is nice. Schlotterbeck or Guri. I mean, I should be captain in Nico, I think. But what you click him? Yeah. So go with that just now. That's what we went with an under 23 limited. Under 23 rare. I say we always get a good focus on the channel on the under 23s, etc. Going to pick this one and then sort of leave it at that because want the videos to be quite punchy and people not to be falling asleep and everything. So if you have fallen asleep, sorry about that. If you haven't, please like and subscribe to the channel. Jordi Petrovic moved to Chelsea, so I won this recently, and interestingly, Sanchez starting the cup tonight, so maybe Petrovic could be the league goalkeeper. That would be really, really good. Bart, hope he stays in. Tobias Lawal's been excellent. Pandor's got Ajax, so he's going to have to pull out all the stops, and Trubin, I would hope's in the mix soon. So really, everything running, really good choice here. Depth down to Bazunu, who's been rotten. Yes. So I think to go with a while first and foremost, I think that's quite a good home game. I think nice to slot in here Satillo because I think he'll make his debut, so that would make sense. Avia has not got his work permit yet, as far as I read, so he may well play, but he doesn't have his permit yet. Thiago Almada, I mean, I did buy him thinking he may move to Ajax. He may still move to Ajax in the winter, but just he's been absolutely brilliant, just putting up loads of good scores. Forward position here, we've already discussed this a wee bit, so you use Koki Saito. I'm going to go with this actually because he was really good last game. Sparta at home, they're flying high, they're top of the league I think at the moment also. There's not many forward cards minted, so that's a nice wee differential for me if forward card is doing well. And then last position, nice to see Formos Mendy getting in last game for Lorient. Big Saliba's been really good actually, so kind of tempting to play him there. But Man United, that's going to be a huge game, interesting game. It's by John Tolkien in there as well, playing Philly. Philly away is quite a tough one. Dominic Szoboszlai, there we go. So thinking that Liverpool will be good at home, and interesting thing with him and Trent is I think Dominic's been taking a few sets and stuff, so keep an eye on that relatively what's happening with Trent. But home game, Anfield buzzing. Look at these sort of averages: 56 average, 66 average, 68 average, 57 average, 60 average. Hope I'm not putting you off entering under 23 rares. Sorry, that's a lovely team. So there we go. That's 20 minutes of lineup building. We've already picked a few teams. We've now got 12 out. I think this is packed full of quality. These are the headline teams. City stack with Messi captain, going after the All-Star Super Rare just because I think the value in these leaderboards and everything's really good, and that'll be something I'll be targeting. People will know, if you look back through results, things always target the All-Star Super Rare anyway. Generally speaking, it's been a sort of good competition for me when I've managed to get the sort of right cards to go in there. Takes time to work up. Under 23 Super Rare, with getting the Challenger stuff in the mix, the pool's starting to look better in there. Cap 240 Unique easily hit the 250, and that's a huge amount. And they've got sort of Liverpool guys in here, some Celtic guys running, and All-Star Rare Pro I think is probably my favourite competition. Keep an eye on this, see what happens with Fenerbahce. We've just been uber impressed with Fenerbahce this year. Galatasaray have been good as well. Big Icardi's been brilliant, but Molde played pretty well against them. But Fenerbahce really schooled 20 and look good. And Messi, wee bit of game management time now, so I'll have a look at that tonight. But how can you leave him out? Just how can you leave him out? So plenty more selections to do. I know, don't want to bore everyone in the channel with all the selections, but that will give you an idea of the different fixtures and everything that are up at the weekends. Looking like some tasty home games and everything there as well. Any comments on that, drop them in the channel. As I said earlier, if you're enjoying the content, please like. If you haven't subscribed yet, then hit subscribe. I'm really happy with how the channel is going. I think we're at 760 subs, which is absolutely brilliant. But giveaway, I think we gave away about 400 quid's worth of cards. Probably had about 300 quid's worth of fuck ups so far in terms of software, me not being able to do things, general incompetence, all that sort of stuff that you're used to, looking on Twitter and seeing screenshots with like coming in and, all that stuff. So I'm learning though. If you look up here now, you should have up the top right hand corner a link to another video that should suit your taste. So if you like the content, Twitter will pick a video for you from the channel to watch something else. On the other corner, you should have a big symbol of me with a Celtic flag. So we'll end there. Good luck for the weekend. Good luck and go fuck.